So hi everyone. Before I start the class, I have a question for you. What wishes did you make on your last birthday? Does anyone want to share with us? Okay, you.
I ate a cake on my birthday.
Okay, that's great. But listen carefully to the question. What wishes did you make on your last birthday?
Let me answer.
Okay, you go.
I wish for an iPhone, a new pair of I think it is. I wish for an iPhone, a pair of new shoes, right? And a set of Lego.
Good. Now try to think about this. If you were lost in the forest and you only had 3 wishes, remember, 3 wishes, what will you wish for? Think about it for 30 seconds and I'll put you in pairs to discuss your answers.
A few moments later.
Okay, time's up. Now talk to the classmate on your right hand side. You two can talk to each other. Then I will ask one group to come up and share their answers. Okay, does anyone want to tell us their wishes? How about Nini and Allie? Come up and I will give you some candy after class.
Yeah. We both would.
We both would want a jacket, a phone, and some food.
Good answer. Now, before you read the story, let me give you some hints about what happens in the story. So first, remember that there will be 3 people from different countries who are lost in a mysterious place. Then something or someone will appear. Will they be their savior? Pay attention to the wishes that they make. And maybe you will be able to guess the ending of the story. Before that, I am going to teach you some vocabulary from the story.
Okay, so first, let's look at the presentation slides, and you can practice saying the words by reading after me. First, explorer. 探险家, which means a person who explores a country or a place. Explorer. Second, spirit. 精灵, which means a magical and mystical creature with special powers. They're like fairies that sometimes help people. Spirits. Third, jungle. 热带丛林, which means a tropical forest in which trees and plants grow very closely together. Jungle. Next, village. 村庄, which means a group of houses or other buildings that is smaller than a town. Village. Fifth, wish. 愿望. 愿望也可以当动词，然后动词的 wish 是许愿的意思，但是如果名词就是愿望的意思。Which means a hope that is made real with magical powers. Wish. Lastly, disappear. 消失. Which means if people or things disappear, they go somewhere where they cannot be seen or cannot be found. Disappear. So since you are all familiar with the vocabulary for the story, let me tell you what we are going to do in this class. First, you will read the story first and then listen carefully and follow me while I'm reading. Then, you will be answering some questions about the story and have some discussion with your classmates. At the end of the class, there might be some writing that you will have to finish, but first, let's see how you behave in class.
Okay,
Okay, class. Now we've completed talking about making wishes and some key vocabulary. Let's move on to the main part of our lesson. Today we will do a listening and reading activity with a story called 3 Wishes. First, I want you to look at the story, your handout, right? And circle any words you do not recognize. Read through the story silently. Shh. Circle any words you don't know. Raise your hand if you have any questions. Okay.
老师，我忘记那个 S 开头的那个是什么 P 什么的。Where S 出体的那个出体下面出体的出体下面
这不是 spirit 啊？
是 Spirit 吗？是 P 什么？老师教的那个
Spirit
哦 Spirit，OK，Spirit。
是精灵的意思。
好。
Now I'm going to read the story out loud. I want you to pay special attention to the ending of the story. Think about what happens at the end and how the characters feel. Okay, let's get started. The name of the story, 3 Wishes.
3 wishes.
Okay, then I go first.
3 explorers, an Englishman, an American, and an Australian were lost in the jungle. They had left home 6 months earlier to explore the jungle and gotten lost. They had no food left and they were weak and ill. They knew that if they did not find a village soon, they would die. Then, during the night, they were visited by a jungle spirit. I am the spirit of the jungle, it said. I feel sorry for you. You may have 3 wishes. Does that mean 3 wishes each or 3 wishes total? The American explorer asked. I will give each of you 1 wish. The spirit of the jungle said. The English explorer, who was very polite, said to the American and Australian explorers, please, you wish first. The Australian explorer, who was just as polite as the Englishman, said, please, you wish first. Very well. The Englishman said, I don't have to think for a minute. I know exactly what to wish for. I wish to be back home with my wife and family. Immediately, he disappeared. That's wonderful. The Australian explorer said, my wish is similar. I'd like to be back in Australia. And immediately he disappeared. The American was left alone. And what is your wish? The spirit of the jungle said, ask him. Those 2 explorers were nice men. The American explorer said, we became close friends. To tell you the truth, I'm feeling rather lonely here without them. I wish they were back here again.
Okay, what did you notice about the ending of the story? Let's discuss what happened and how the characters might feel. Anyone want to share your thoughts? Rachel.
I noticed that the American explorer wished for the other explorers to come back because he was lonely.
That's right. How do you think the American explorer felt when he made his wish?
Me.
I agree.
He felt lonely and missed his friends.
Excellent observation. Now, let's read the story together. I will read a sentence and then you will repeat after me. Pay attention to the words you circled earlier. Okay. 3 explorers, an Englishman, an American, and an Australian were lost in the jungle. Your turn.
3 explorers, an Englishman, an American, and an Australian were lost in the jungle.
You all did a fantastic job.
Remember, paying attention to the details in a story, especially the ending, can help you understand it better.
So now we'll finish the whole story. So the stories, as you know, the stories happens in the jungle, and there are 3 people there going on their adventure to the unknown. However, they are lost and given with 3 wishes. But the story does not provide its ending, and I want you guys to make up a new one. And I will put you guys into groups and discuss the story for 3 minutes. And it can be the ending of your own thoughts, or maybe you have some inspirations of the story. Started. Okay, time's up. Does anyone want to share her thoughts on the story?
Me,
Okay, Rachel.
I think the story is interesting because it shows the American asking his friends back, and he didn't make a new wish.
Yeah, so what would you do if you were the American?
Maybe I would wish for the same as the others. I want to go back home.
So good. What about others? If you were the jungle spirit, will you listen to the American and make the 2 guys back? Or you have other thoughts?
Me,
Okay, Nini?
if I am the jungle spirit, I will fulfill his wish. I will not change his wish even though his wish is different from others.
No, I think the American is selfish. He should not ask them back. They're already tired and lost. He should let them go.
Okay, that's interesting feedback. It's good to see you all go through the story logically, but you still need to finish your homework and submit it next week. And I'll ask you to answer the assignments.